Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I'd do a quick video. It's been kind of crazy here as always. I would love to be able to do this more than I do, but it's just crazy busy all the time at my house. But we now have some blooms opening up on my phal rack here. As you can see, I still have a ton of spikes still to go. Some still forming buds. They haven't even opened yet. Some of these plants I've not seen bloom for years, so it'll be exciting to see them bloom again. God, there's so much right here. There's actually 2 plants, but there's like 5 or 6 spikes full of flowers. Just a lot of fun. This little guy I actually brought with me from Ohio. He's been blooming the longest. That's why he's got some dead flowers on him. But he, with his little spotted leaves, has a wonderful little fragrance that is like filling my head right at the moment. Really loving that, as does my Manhattan spot. This thing has a gorgeous soapy rose fragrance. I absolutely love this flower. It's one of my favorites. So glad it hung on for me. It didn't look the greatest. It still doesn't look the greatest, but he's hanging on, so I'm grateful. He has some cell damage. I don't know if that's from spider mites or from cold, but he's still hanging in there for me, so I'm grateful for that. Thankfully, you know, this one's at a lot of garden centers down here, so if I do lose that one, I have the ability to replace it. I would just prefer not to lose it since, like I said, this is one from Ohio. My jewel orchid is in full bloom now, so we've got a bunch of little spikes all over the place here and there. There's even one up there going to town. My little guy over here, he's got a little flower spike coming on him. Everyone's just starting to open up. So I'm really loving this time of year down here. So many flowers that I just can't stand it. I love it. Some of these I've never seen bloom before. They were rescues from Lowe's clearance cart, like this one here, for instance. I've been wanting a big lip phal forever, and this one was a rescue. It was $7, no blooms, and lo and behold, it was a big lip phal. Same as this one. I had no clue what it was. It just was marked down to $7, so I went ahead and got it. This is a primary spike. It's the last primary spike. Gave me 2 secondary spikes, so he's up there doing his thing. Looks like I've got the spikes growing into the spikes. I'm gonna have to take care of that here pretty quick. Funny thing though, I love that one, but I'd already bought one just like it last year. Ooh, we got a dark one. Oh, my ox black face opened up. Oh, yes. Okay, see, I haven't even been out here yet to look at that. I'm gonna have to move him too so we can get a better look at him eventually. Beautiful flower there. I love that one. Over here, I've got some buds on my apple blossom. Super excited about that. Coming down here, I'm so bummed. This is a speculatum oncidium, and I broke the flower spike. I didn't even know it was in spike. Frustrations. Life goes on. But everything else is doing pretty good. Lots of new growth, lots of new roots, as you can see there. Got this cute little brassavola guy. He's just hanging out, putting out all kinds of little tiny roots there. Some of my encyclias are doing pretty good. This guy's a new acquisition for me. I've only had him for a little bit. But these guys are all getting crazy roots, crazy new growths. Really loving this. So fun. My encyclia tempensis is doing okay, I think. Lots of root growth on him. That's the Florida orchid, the onion orchid, whatever you want to call it. My vandas are throwing out all kinds of new roots over here. This also is a recent acquisition. It is from Florida Suncoast Orchids. Beautiful, beautiful plant. Pink and yellow, if I remember correctly. Absolutely love it. These guys are all doing their thing, getting roots. Got to figure out what I want to do with them still. There's a Terete Vanda. Picked this up at a local plant sale for $10. Can't beat that. It's huge. It's this piece and all this down here. I also got a vanilla orchid at that same plant sale, so I'm hoping he does well for me. And then this cute little Nobile Dendrobium was given to me by my neighbor. You can see how beautiful that little thing is. So I just tucked him in here with my Oriental Smile and the other one that's now done blooming. The Oncidium here, and then my Bulbophyllum broke, so I just put a piece of him on here too. Figure what the heck, why not? We'll see how they do. But the Oncidium is attaching very, very well. You can see there. This is a Vanda that's from Moats, but I got it at a plant sale down here. We're hoping it attaches itself to this. We shall see. I don't see any real new root growth, but I've been fertilizing and spraying with the Mega Thrive as well, so hopefully that does kind of activate that there. Over here, you will see that unfortunately, still my favorite phal that got crown rot has not given me any type of kiki or anything. I'm really bummed. The last of his flowers are now, of course, opening. So beautiful flower there. This was a Publix buy one get one. Cute little thing. And then this crazy Dendrobium will not put out new growths, but it will bloom off of old spikes. Tell me how that works. I've got 3 sheaths on my Tenebrosa, so there's 1, 2, 3. So excited about that, to see it bloom again here. It takes a few months for those to really do their thing, so I'm gonna hang tight on that. Let's see what else is going on. So this one, the bloom spike is starting to fade. It's been blooming for over a month now, so that doesn't surprise me. Beautiful little Neostylus cross, smells heavenly. Absolutely love it. I picked up this cutting of a Renanthera at a plant sale. It was only 10 bucks. It's massive. So I'm not sure I'm gonna put it yet, but I keep it watered like crazy until it is where it's going to go. This Tarit Vanda is still going strong. I need to so badly attach him to something. I'm not sure what yet. It is what it is. Bangkok Sunset, his spike is starting to do, what they do after they've been open for a while. And down the way here, and let me close this. Never wants to stay shut. We've got all kinds of things happening. So this one is a Ben's Fragrance, I believe, or Ben's Jasmine, one of the two. It's got a little spike going on there. All kinds of fun things happening. Loving this time of year. My Pichara Delight is in full bloom, and you cannot go wrong when you have a Vanda that looks like this. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Huge flowers. I mean, huge flowers. This one I think is like a Pichara knockoff. He's going out, so he's good. Over here is my Gordon Dillion. He's got a new spike there, as well as a new spike. I don't know if you can see my finger down there, so we'll get 2 bloom spikes out of him. This Ben's Fragrance finished up blooming, so he's done. I need to cut those spikes off, as well as this one off of the Pink Rivers that I have there. The Robert's Delight Black that I picked up for my friend, her bloom spike is getting big. I'm going to ship that out to her next week. And I picked up another one for my other friend up in Indiana, and I picked up about 3 weeks ago, and now we've got a bloom spike on him too. So Albert, you're welcome. Things do well down here, I guess, so I'm really happy about that. Everything else right at the moment is just kind of chilling. We've got 2 spikes here. This is another variation of Ben's Fragrance. All the flowers are different, the fragrances are different, so I'm really excited to see what this one looks like. This was a Pat's Pink. It's going out. My Most Adorbs here is getting all kinds of fun things going on. At first I was all worried about their leaves and this like white stuff that's on there, but I remember they don't use insecticides, they use other things, and they said, not to worry, that's just part of what goes on in their plants, so I'm not too worried. New growth coming on. We've got some more spikes coming on. Love how the purple color comes through on these leaves. So gorgeous. This guy's first spike is done. Second spike is open. Love this Vanda, so gorgeous. Let's see, here's my Robert's Delight Black. So we got a huge spike up there, and then he's getting another spike right here. So I'm really excited, because this was the old spike that, of course, I bought it out of bloom. Ridiculously expensive, but it's from Palmer's. And their orchids are not cheap, but this plant is healthy beyond reason. This is the Robert's Delight times Mimi Palmer. Still has a few flowers left there, about 4 of them. Still going strong. Absolutely beautiful plant. Love it to pieces. Smells amazing. This is why I love growing orchids. My Deninsoniana, oh boy, my Deninsoniana. Let's talk about my Deninsoniana. Ugh, yeah. So this is my Deninsoniana, and it is not doing well. It had 4 spikes, one of them shriveled up and died, so I've got 3. One of them, of the 3, only gave me 1 flower. So I'm not gonna complain, because I love Deninsoniana, and it's a beautiful flower. These 2 spikes, thankfully, are doing okay. I just hope that like this new growth there has nothing wrong with it. I'm hoping that's a sign that the plant is bouncing back. We shall see. This is, I think this one's Golden to Bloom, and this one's Beatram. Could be the other way around, not sure. These are from Bing John Orchids. Love them, smell amazing. Always in bloom, guys. If you want an orchid that's always in bloom, these 2, I swear, I do nothing to them except for fertilize and water on a regular basis. And he's already, you can see here, this one is getting another flower spike back there. You can see where my finger is, and he's kind of jiggling it. So they just are in constant bloom. And they're pretty to look at. So that's all good too. Down here, we've got really a whole lot of nothing going on. This one's spike is on its way out. The flowers are turning that red color right before they drop. This is another Ben's Fragrance. This one is a lot different than the others. It smells absolutely amazing. I love the smell of this one so much. This guy, I don't know what's going on with him, but I hope he survives. This is one of my favorites. He's got a gorgeous pinkish orangish flower, so I'm just praying that he hangs on. He's getting all kinds of new growing tips on his roots. You can see here they're all, you know, growing crazy, so I'm hoping he's just putting his energy into that instead of anything else right at the moment. So cross your fingers, because I don't want to lose that one. Over here, everything is just, again, trying to do its thing with the new root growth. You can see here, like my Piers Wax is just throwing roots all over the place. Down here, I'm getting root growth. This is a beautiful Rhynchostylus that I picked up from Sundance Bromeliads and Orchids. These guys are still chilling, not doing a whole lot. This guy got cold damage severely. I didn't bring him in because I thought it'd be okay, and I learned my lesson. I now know to bring that one in when it gets cold. All of these guys are hanging out, doing their thing. Tie crud on my Mimi Palmer, but I'm gonna get some flowers out of it, so I'm okay with it, I guess. Love that plant, cannot wait to see it bloom again. Then this guy, okay, look at the flowers on this picture. It's an absolutely beautiful Vanda. See if I can get it to focus, okay. And I got it to get a bloom spike, so let's hope it gets more than one flower, because right now that's all it looks like it's gonna get is one flower. So cross your fingers I get more than one flower. This thing is beautiful, still going strong for me. Absolutely love it. This guy finally opened. This thing is so gorgeous. It tags on the other side of the plant, otherwise I'd show it to you. Beautiful Vanda, absolutely love it. My blue Danube is blooming. I love this little guy. It's a beautiful purple, absolutely gorgeous. And then down here you'll see that one of my most semi-terete Vandas is getting ready to bloom over here as well. My Dendrobium down here, still going to town. I pinned up my epidendrum because it was getting ridiculous and moved him over here. Still going strong. That plant never stops. And then what I'm going to show you over here is semi-orchid related, but not. My jasmine is blooming. And when I say this thing smells good, oh my goodness, this thing smells amazing. So it's intermixed with desert rose, some semi-terete Vandas, and some epidendrums, and a Cattleya. That's a Luteina Miana, or however the heck you say that one. But this thing is covered in flowers, and at night it smells so good. So guys, that is going to be my update for this time. Right now what I'm doing, since it is starting to warm up, these guys are getting watered on the daily, sometimes twice a day if it's really hot. Rainy season starts soon, but it hasn't started here yet. So I do try to keep them as hydrated as I possibly can. It's kind of difficult some days because, you know, you work 8 hours and, you know, you don't get a whole lot of time. But I do my absolute best, and they keep rewarding me with beautiful flowers. So I'm excited about that. And other than that, it's just weekly with the fertilizer, and same with these guys, weekly with the fertilizer. And that's what I do. I cut back even more so on the fertilizer when the phals are in bloom, but I still do fertilize. I know a lot of people say don't do that because then it'll take all the whatever from the flower and put it back into roots. My thing is the flowers suck so much energy from the plant itself that it needs more nutrients. So I still do continue to fertilize when they're in flower. Just what I do, guys. It works for me, obviously. What might work for me might not work for you, so you got to find what works best for you. All right, guys, well, that is going to do it. Thank you for joining me. Hope you all have a great day and happy growing.